Share Funny is now a little bit extra. Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast live every weekday on the Ace and TJ app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
If you want to get some free stuff, you want to get some Ace and TJ rewards, you want to be the first person invited to all kinds of special events, be a part of Ace TJ Prime. Just go to acetj.com/prime, or when you open our app, it's right there. You hit the little button. It takes 30 seconds or so to get signed up for Ace TJ Prime. Prime time. Okay. A lot of people say a lot of things about Taylor Swift and her fans and all that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I think it's awesome. I love the fact that Taylor Swift is the biggest artist in the country right now, that she's playing stadiums. I think it's great. I think she's great. I'm not a huge fan of her politics, but whatever. I can accept the fact that she writes great songs, and I love things like this. Has anybody else seen the video from Nashville the other night? One of the nights she played in Nashville. Apparently, there's a bridge of some sort that goes over the interstate where people walk over. Have y'all seen this video?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I've been in Nashville.
Stadium is sold out. It's like 65,000 people in the stadium. Outside, there are thousands of people in the parking lot. That entire bridge, this walking bridge over the interstate, is filled with people. And then this embankment on the other side of the bridge is covered. There could be easily another 7,000 to 10,000 people outside the stadium because you can hear everything. It's an open air stadium. And these people, they couldn't get tickets, but they're out there experiencing that moment, and they are having a great time, and they're singing every song, and it's awesome to watch. I think that's cool. I think this is a little crazy. And you're going to share this story with somebody later in the day. Depop.com, DEPOP.com, is a site where people buy and sell clothing. Now, this was taken down, but it is legit. Someone saw one of Taylor Swift's recent shows and then tried to sell the contact lenses they wore to that show for $10,000. The lenses were billed as, quote, contacts that have seen Taylor Swift Eras Tour. The listing went viral. It's got a lot of hate, but why am I going to hate on somebody who's like, well, here's an idea. Let's see if somebody would go for this. What's wrong with that?
As well.
Yeah. It said it got a lot more love than most people expected, though. One user said, quote, Swifties are so unhinged. I love us so much, end quote. And another one said, quote, I'd buy. I have no personality outside of being a Taylor fan, end quote.
Absolutely. 10 grand, pocket change.
Yeah. So $10,000 for, quote, contacts that have seen Taylor Swift Eras Tour, end quote. The story you'll share later in the day. And July 4th is coming up, and I have to admit, we did this, and everybody else should do it as well, because this year, July 4th falls on a Tuesday. And there's a lady on TikTok who has a suggestion, a bit of a reminder for everybody.
If you haven't done this already, go ahead and put in PTO for June 30th, which is a Friday, and July 3rd, which is a Monday. Because if you take off those 2 days, you can have a 5-day weekend. And you want to take it off before anybody else in your office decides to take it off. And even if you don't want to take off 2 days, take off July 3rd, that Monday. It might be slow in the office, but you ain't trying to get out of bed on Monday morning to go to work just to be off on Tuesday. So go ahead and take at least July 3rd off so you can enjoy your weekend. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I like that.
That's what we do every year. We take our a week of vacation, and it's always planned around July 4th, so we can kind of sandwich. We tag that day on the end of our vacation. I get an extra day.
Might as well.
Not?
Might
Why
as well.
not? There's nothing wrong with that. So yes, if you have PTO, her suggestion is you take 2 days, Friday the 30th and Monday the 3rd. That way you use 2 days, but it gets you 5 days in a row off. And I would say if you had enough PTO, go ahead and take the 5th off also, so you can party on the 4th and not have to worry about getting up early on the 5th, because that's the day that kind of is a kicker a lot of times.
PTO.
We don't really have a system for PTO, do we? Just somebody says, I need the day off. We're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Parent-teacher organization. What does that have to do with work?
Yeah.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
So
I don't like it when people say you're welcome and nobody has said thank you.
You're welcome.
Jody does that. She'll do it before I even have a chance to say thank you.
Really?
Like, hey, look, here are your shoes. You're welcome.
Oh.
Like, all right, well, then I refuse to say it after that. I throw the shoe at her.
there's quite a bit of attitude
No,
that goes in with that. The way you
course.
Okay.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
You're welcome.
Okay, there are people. I mean, you're not supposed to wish anything bad on someone. It's just not the way we are supposed to operate. Let's face it, it's not what God wants us to do. But after the fact, it's okay to say, well, they deserved it. Coming up next.
From the Calotren Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calotren at acetj.com/weight loss. The Ace and TJ radio show and podcast.
You can watch it on YouTube every day.
What's up, MySpace? YouTube.
What up? Everybody watch it on MySpace.
YouTube.
Fine.
It's riffraff.
So, so check out our YouTube channel, Ace TJ TV on YouTube. You can see the show every day. You can watch the Extra Funny podcast live at 9 Eastern every day. And yes, we're working on getting the full show back up live every day. It's just a lot of work. And we don't have a lot of people
And
or a lot of money to make it work.
The set of my political podcast is all done and ready to go. I may crank out like 3 of those, 3 shows or so this weekend. Just be bam, bam, posting them. You got to be a member to get that, though.
So,
Fire. Yeah, you go listen, be a part of history before I get canceled.
So go check out our YouTube channel, Ace TJ TV on YouTube. So there's a lady on TikTok. It's a pretty funny TikTok. I talked about how one of her recently terminated coworkers showed back up at the building because he had to bring his badge and his parking information, whatever you have to bring back. Has to bring all this stuff back. And when he does, he shows up with his parking pass and his badge, and he has something else with him that has a note on it that said, "This is for Tim." So apparently Tim is the guy that fired him. And it's a big jar of Vaseline with a screw on top, and it has directions on the note. This is for Tim. And he tells Tim explicitly where he would like him to shove that particular screw. And it's pretty funny, and she laughs. And people in the comments were like, one lady even said, "I know nothing about this story, but I feel like Tim deserved it." And so they got a lot of comments, and all these people were like, "Yeah, Tim deserves it." Now, they don't know Tim. They don't even know the backstory. They just feel like seeing this guy on camera with her in this TikTok, yeah, Tim deserves it.
He must have done something pretty bad to get you that upset.
Yeah.
Tim must have done something pretty bad. So then yesterday, maybe it was this morning, whatever, I saw there's a reel on Instagram of Todd Chrisley. And he's in jail. I guess his son posted and talks about, hey, it's not a country club prison. Well, it actually is. Like, it's really hard for him. Well, you know what? Your dad committed tax fraud. Now, granted, the fact that I've never liked Todd Chrisley, I've always thought he was fake. Just one man's opinion. I thought his show was totally fake. I feel like, good, Todd Chrisley, you deserve to be in jail. Good for you, because you've always been a fraud, and you committed tax fraud, and that's why you're there. Good for you. You deserve it. And I know people love Todd Chrisley, and I think he and his wife are, just one man's opinion, total fake and fraud. What other celebrities do you look at and go, and they deserve it? Because we don't know anything about them. Who?
Justin Timberlake.
You had this, Riggins, the most hatred for Justin Timberlake
Yeah, I don't
forever.
I don't like him.
But wait, they deserve what?
Yeah, what did he get? What did he deserve?
Canceled,
Like,
or-
Todd Chrisley deserves to go to jail because good. He got what he deserved.
I think JT's stock is way down
And you think he deserves for his stock to be way down?
Yeah.
Why?
because of the Janet Jackson thing, Britney Spears thing, using the breakup as like his hit single, and then refuses to talk about her, embarrasses her, all that stuff. And then he puts out that dumb album. It's got his wife talking about how it smells like a campfire in the woods. Shut up.
But I mean,
Permed hair.
that tour still sold out though.
Yeah, I mean, good for. I mean, God bless him. I'm just saying, I like to see when he fails.
So you feel like his stock has fallen and he deserves it.
Yeah.
He also thinks he's too good for an NSYNC reunion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he should. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to join up with NSYNC. That's my hope.
I still believe that would be the move.
Yeah.
Just NSYNC Backstreet Boys. Not that I'm a huge fan of either, but NSYNC Backstreet Boys should do stadiums
Oh, I would go.
next summer. Yeah, everybody.
Backstreet Boys was awesome. The reunion tour.
So, what celebrity deserves every bit of bad PR that they've gotten, whatever it might be? And it could be any number of things. I mean, people hate King Charles. A lot of people are like, hey, King Charles deserves it because he cheated on Diana and he's a bad person.
Yep.
So he deserves all the hatred that people have for him.
And Camilla, too. She deserves it because she up.
Yeah.
Sleazy.
This is a little bit aside, but I don't think as many women would hate Prince Charles for cheating on Diana.
Yeah.
If one, Diana looked like Camilla,
True.
and if King Charles looked a little bit better than King Charles.
Good point. Good point, TJ.
Yeah, him being ugly makes you want to hate him even
Yeah.
more. Like, ew, and you ugly.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
You ugly.
I hate him.
You got sausage fingers.
Yeah.
So what celebrity do you feel like deserves the bad PR that they've gotten? At the Ace TJ Show. We'll get to it next.
Live from the Calitrin Studios. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. More of the Ace and TJ Show next. Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Oh, there's a good celebrity mention here. Blank deserves it. What celebrity deserves every bit of bad PR? And Elsie made a good point. Will Smith.
Yeah, I mean,
She said Will Smith, because of the Chris Rock slap, he deserves every bit of the bad PR that accompanies that.
yeah, it'll take a while for that to go away.
Has he put out? Did he just put out a movie, or is he about to put out a movie?
He was in that Apple TV movie,
Yeah.
Emancipation. But I don't know what he's done. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to slow his career down. I don't think, but I think public perception.
I
of
think
him,
if anything, it will slow down him doing anything
Think
for a
so.
while.
Yeah,
The
I've
Bad
wondered,
Boys will probably be they're doing another Bad Boys, and that will probably be the next thing we hear from him. But that's going to take another year or two to get to that.
I wonder in that whole thing if he would have been criticized and treated so harshly if it wouldn't have been Chris Rock, if it would have been somebody else, a different comedian. Because Chris Rock seems to be so beloved
Yeah.
by the public that if it were somebody else, it would have died down by now and he'd have been back on track.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. I really don't know. But I think I don't know. This guy's going through something. What he did was terribly inappropriate.
Yeah.
But clearly something's happening. There needs to be some type of. If he were smart, I don't know. I think he's doing the right thing. Lay low. Have a project, come back and do an interview, and you talk about, hey, like, I was going through some stuff. What I did was wrong. I screwed up. People
Yeah.
will forgive him.
yeah.
If Joe Rogan is a comedian, if he would have been making that joke, I bet you Will Smith wouldn't have gotten out of his chair. He'd have been laughing and clapping and patting Jada on the head. Look at her head. You're right, Joe. You're right.
Oof.
Joe Rogan will drop somebody.
And Gail said, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes, you cheated on your spouses and continue to flaunt the affair while boo-hooing about losing your jobs. You screwed up your personal and professional lives publicly, but want to be glorified. Nope.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
The two people on Good Morning America who were
Hour
cheating
4.
with each other. Hour 4. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And they treated it like a national scandal.
Hour 4 of Good Morning America. I had no idea who we were talking about.
You know.
What is hour 4 of Good Morning America? 9 to 10? 10 to 11?
Yeah, 9 to 10 or 10 to
Eastern,
11. I think.
yeah.
It was also like when Kathy Lee and Hoda were drinking wine and interviewing,
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that's an NBC, though. This one was ABC's version of that.
It was their
Yeah.
version of it. It was like,
Yeah.
entertainment stuff, and they treated it like it was such a scandal.
Because I was going to say,
Give me a
wasn't
break.
one of the Bush girls on that? But that's the NBC one.
Yeah.
Right?
She replaced Kathy Lee.
Yeah. Well, because her name is, I say Bush girl because it's George W. Bush and Laura Bush's daughter. Not any other reason.
Those all have reasons. Is there anybody else though that you think of? Oh, they deserve it, but you can't. But you really don't have a reason other than I just don't like them.
Oh.
Like I don't. Mario Lopez, I'm trying to get over my dislike of Mario Lopez. I really want Todd Chrisley to be the only celebrity that I just don't like, because I have a good reason not to like him. I really don't have a reason not to like Mario Lopez, but he hasn't done anything that's got bad. He doesn't have any bad PR or anything, so he doesn't deserve anything bad.
My daughter said the other day about a celebrity. She just I can't determine whether I like her or not. Just stuck in the middle. I can't figure out whether I like her or not. Is that Audrey Plaza?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like Audrey
her too.
Plaza.
Rob loves her.
Yeah. Oh, you think she's pretty, Rob?
She's very funny as well.
Yeah, she is.
I know, and she also is a serial killer.
Okay.
She played the role of a serial killer.
A recurring role. That's how good she was on Criminal Minds.
She has that dark vibe to her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have one, Alexis, that you like? Good, that person deserved it.
I was thinking about it.
Because it
but
doesn't seem to be your thing. Really.
No.
Rob, do you have one?
James Corden.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've never liked him, but everybody was mad at him when that restaurant thing went down, and I was like, good.
Oh, I love that. You have
That's
such a
a
harsh
take,
opinion
Rob.
about
Yeah.
James Corden. I love that.
What is it you never liked about James Corden, Rob?
I can't put my finger on it, but I never enjoyed him. I don't think he's that talented.
I always thought he was pretty funny and entertaining, and maybe it was just because I thought carpool karaoke was kind of cool.
I think he was just more like people found him to be lovable,
Yeah,
You know.
good word.
which they wouldn't have found him to be lovable had he been a really good-looking guy. But the fact that he's normal-looking, kind of portly fella, and he seemed to be sweet and all, people like that.
But if you were good looking,
Yeah, he'd just be, well, I don't really get what he does. People be like that. Then they found out he was mean, and they were like, okay, well then, wow. Perfect. Now he's just a tub of goo. Get him back to England.
how quickly the things change
they
there.
did, yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's the end of the week, which means I'm going to do the week in review coming up next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show. If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
We got to remember to change that on Fridays. Because normally it would be Now Trending here, but instead it's Riggins in the Week in Review. So, coming up in a second. You got it, Rob? Sorry, we were having a little technical thing, and Rob was trying to fix something before we could get started.
Yeah, our equipment doesn't work in the heat. And so since the air conditioner is out again and things are breaking. So if you all of a sudden hear some reruns of Ace and TJ stuff playing, it's because of the heat, not because we just walked off the job today.
Sweat us out of here.
Yeah.
Now, just be ready. It can happen any minute.
He's all swampy in them jeans.
You did.
Yeah, I just wore like warm-up pants or whatever. And,
Oh.
He's swampy.
It's been cold in here. Thought it would be comfortable. So,
Warm up pants.
whatever you call it. What would you call these? They're not joggers.
Sweatpants.
Kind of.
Show the camera. See what they look
They're
like.
just like,
What was that?
There's something next door at the large
Track
equipment.
track
All right,
pants.
well, I guess I'll come close the windows real quick.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it's a jackhammer.
It's literally a jackhammer.
Yeah.
Oh,
The little bit of air we had is just gone now. The window's closed.
This is not a good time.
Regan's guitar is warping.
Yeah, I better knock this out.
All right. It is a very special time. We do this every week at this time.
Oh, God.
Oh,
The week that was pop culture, the week that was the Ace and TJ Show, reviewed first in song with Riggins, and the week in review.
And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. Ace and his wife had their couple's baby shower. People brought diapers and pacifiers. I really wanted to be there, but I accidentally slashed my tires. There were balloon arches all over. It was anything but bereft. They went in with the ultimate goal to kill every sea turtle left. But all jokes aside, it was beautiful. And they're both just over the moon. Rob's girlfriend almost didn't make it because it started at the crack of noon. This is my song.
It's called the Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Beyonce kicked off her world tour in Sweden. It's officially concert season. There were costumes and a lot of choreography, and every gay guy in Sweden. Robert De Niro welcomed a 7th child at 79. I don't know what that says to you. My favorite headline was from People magazine, and all it said was, ew! Britney Spears' memoir is now on hold, which is shocking at this late stage. The editors are trying to translate the 100 emojis on every page.
This is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Tomorrow is National Dog Mom Day. To some, that means a lot. Some say it's harder to raise a dog than a child. And this is me stirring the pot. Dog moms should get their own day. Don't give them a lot of flack, because it's also National Crouton Day, so cut these women some slack. Of course, Sunday is Mother's Day. Get them chocolate or pajamas. Alexis wanted to celebrate, but her mom is cruising in the Bahamas. And this is my
Song is called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Alexis broke off 4 of her nails this week, and her legs got as hairy as they can be. And give it a few more weeks, she's going to have a show on TLC. But she's still as cute as she could be. She's like a flower at the end of a stem. You just want to put her right in your pocket, and maybe she'd shut up every now and then. Tech D Rob went to see Guardians of the Galaxy again this week, battling the nerdy mob. It's made over $500 million. And that's mostly just from Rob.
This is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Thank you. Woo.
That was a really good one.
Thank you very much. And I am getting
Yeah, you're wearing a big old
sweaty.
hoodie,
Yeah, that was not
So,
a great idea.
Is it just Dog Mom Day? It's not Pet Mom Day?
Dog Mom Day.
Dog Mom. Oh.
Right before Mother's Day, the day
I
before.
know, yeah.
The day before Mother's Day is Dog Mom Day.
You betcha.
Get out of
But
here.
when is
It's ridiculous.
when is Dog Father's Day?
No,
They
I didn't
have
see.
that?
I didn't see that one. Mm-hmm. I didn't see that.
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
The Dog Father, WWF. Remember?
Yep. Okay, well that's sweet.
Yeah.
So, will the mom dogs even know that they're being celebrated?
The dog moms.
I mean, when you go find your dog's birthing parent, that's the only thing that's a dog mom is a dog who births a dog.
No, it's a caretaker of a dog.
Oh,
It's a woman.
a dog owner.
Dog owner. Yeah.
Okay,
There is a National Dog Dad Day.
really?
It's June 17th. This always the same thing. The day before Father's Day. Here's what I love though. This is it's an opportunity for all the dog dads out there to acknowledge the love they have for their pets and strengthen the relationship between pups and their owner dads.
Yeah. Because that's going to change in that one day. It's
Right.
going to be something different than every other day. That's good. So remind us, Riggins, we'll get you a little something.
Thank you.
Okay. It is, though, the real Mother's Day coming up Sunday. And we're going to find out, well, actually, we're going to tell you what the difference between a gift for mom is and a gift for mama is. And then you can tell us how you've distinguished between the two and how Mother's Day has been different depending on whether you bought for mom or mama. Coming up next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up. It's more than regular funny. It's extra funny. The Extra Funny podcast is live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Ace and TJ app and available anytime where you get podcasts. Now, more Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Yeah.
All right.
Sunday is an important day. Oh, wait. Sorry. Go to acetj.com/baby because we have there the Ace and TJ Baby Registry. And what that is it's set up to help Levine Children's Hospital in Charlotte and Jeff Gordon Children's Center in Concord, North Carolina. And it's in honor of Ace and Amanda's baby that is coming, or Amanda's baby that's coming. We're not so sure on the other part of that, but we're hopeful that it turns out the way we think it will. And it's just doing something that you don't have to spend a lot, just a little something for people who have hard times going right now with their situations and their children. So we would really appreciate it if you help us with that. Now, Sunday is an important day. I'm a big fan, regardless of what a lot of people think. I'm a big fan of Mother's Day. I'm a big fan of good moms. I'm not one to say that all moms deserve to be celebrated, because they don't. Some of them, and y'all know, some moms are just sorry.
True.
But the good moms need to be celebrated every day. But they have a list here of deals that you can get for your mom and things that that moms would really enjoy. One of the things that they say you can do for your mom or your wife, mother of your children, is it says put her in pictures with everybody, because moms are always saying, and there are no pictures of me because I'm the one taking all the pictures and whatever. And then, you know, the realist in me wants to say, yeah, but then you make up for it by taking so many pictures of yourself and putting them on social media.
Maybe.
But I don't say that. I don't say it. I just, what, Alexis?
It's just horrible.
What's horrible? The truth? I think I read something in a book one time that said the truth sets you free. Mm-hmm. But I think that's why they do it. But then we're not talking about that. We're talking about Mother's Day, celebrating mom, not making jokes at mom.
Yeah, who's gonna make jokes at mom's expense except for you?
I'm trying to tell y'all not
do
to.
that. Okay.
Y'all
Right.
don't.
All right.
Do as I say, not as I do. So anyway, so there's getting mom a Mother's Day gift, and it's something she appreciates, something that she shows off to all of her friends, and look what my kids, or look what my husband and kids got me for Mother's Day. You know, this is so cute, and this is, you know, I wanted this, I don't know, Conair clothes steamer. I think that's the hottest gift right now for Mother's Day, a steamer.
Conair clothes steamer.
Okay.
But that's a gift for mom. What's a gift for mama? You know, getting mama some kind of crazy contraption only to be used in private as a Mother's Day gift. Not from the kids, but like from the husband or the baby's father.
Meaning, like, if a guy bought the mother of his children
Something sexy.
lingerie or something,
Yeah.
would that be a gift for mama?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking that most wives would not think that was a good gift for Mother's Day.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Would you, Alexis, if you had kids and they were little and they obviously they can't go buy you anything themselves, and your husband bought you something in that category of sex, would you say this is not for Mother's
Of
Day?
course, like, come on.
This is how
Save
you
it Valentine's Day.
This is how you choose to celebrate me as the mother of your child.
Right.
Yeah.
By buying me some type of what can only be described as a contraption.
Contraption, right?
Or, you know, something that'll bless you by making you a mama again.
Oh,
Right.
God.
You know, something like that. Or maybe a mama gift would be something like a bag of weed for Mother's Day.
Oh, I mean, I like that.
I knew you would.
Yeah,
a
that's a
good
good
one.
point. It doesn't have to
It's
be
like
sexy. It could be, you know.
Just, you know,
A
something.
pack of cigarettes, something like
No. Carton of cigarettes.
that. Card. I don't know. How do you
though.
buy them?
A pack now is about as much as a carton used to be when people gave cartons of cigarettes as gifts. I know that's what they always gave my Uncle Woodrow at the gift exchange we had. Whoever drawed his name got him a pack of cigarettes. Uncle Woodrow. So, who got a gift for Mama for Mother's Day one year?
And it would count, right? If you're the kid and you just know what Dad got for it. Like, you know, when you were a kid, you figured out that Dad got Mom a bag of weed or you know, lingerie or whatever.
Yeah, and I would think even a handle of Mama's, a handle of Tito's. Yeah. You know, that's not really a Mother's Day gift. You know, that's not all prim and proper and celebrating on Sunday. So what was it? You tell us what the gift was from your husband on Mother's Day or your man on Mother's Day, and then we will tell you whether it was a gift for Mom or a gift for Mama. Lil Mama. So send us a DM or comment on the front page of our social medias. Was it a gift for Mom or Mama? Let's go.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next. Trend Studios. Lose weight the safe and effective way with Calitrin. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to get details. Now, Ace and TJ.
So, let's see. We really were recording that entire time.
Yeah, we were.
That I should have been looking for responses to the question that I asked. I wasn't talking about recipes or anything this time. We were recording all the way up until that time. So with somebody, whenever I ask a question on the show that people are supposed to respond to, will somebody say, hey, don't spend the whole time recording and take a minute to read what people have said.
There's a great one that came in, though. A great example.
No, I don't even want to do it now.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
He's over it. All right, what's
Done.
next?
Yeah.
What else you got funny, man?
Well, there's this hairdresser talking about how she was working on one of her clients and found tons of lice.
Ew.
What does that have to do with-
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does that have to do with Mother's Day?
Nothing. I'm moving on.
Okay.
I'm moving on.
Oh,
Moving on.
See, y'all people don't know what all we have to do in this studio constantly. You think it's just a big party up here. A lot of the times when we're not talking on the show, when we're not live and recording, we're doing all kinds of things. Recording commercials, recording extra content for our subscription thing that we do now called Ace TJ Prime Plus. Counseling Alexis.
Oh no.
I mean, it's just one thing after the other. It's just a constant barrage of emotional manual labor.
and today
That's
we're
what I'm
sweating
calling
while
it.
doing it because we don't have any air.
We don't have any conditioned air.
It's a rough life.
We got sirens going off in the background. We got a beep, beep, beep of some heavy equipment backing up. I was in a store the other day, and they had it was one of these warehouse stores, and they had a big forklift in there moving things around and all that. And that thing never stopped beeping. That loud, annoying safety beep sound.
Yeah.
It's not necessary to have it go that long and that much.
Right. I agree.
You can see in front of you. It used to only come on when you were backing up one of those pieces of equipment, but now it's constant. And I think that if people are riding around in the store doing that, then People should be able to just grab something and run out with it. He's go, I can't be around that beeping. You're driving me out of the store, but I really need this product.
So what about at the airport? Because that one beeps all the time too. That little golf cart thing when they take people to their plane, and then they yell at you. In addition to that, I got this person yelling at me. So look out! Look, watch out! Watch out! Coming through. I hear you. It's beeping, but I've got 1,000 people in a square foot. I can't go anywhere.
Do you ever stop though and look at the people who drown out or who tune out the beeping of that little wagon thing in the airport?
No.
You're sitting there looking at them, and the little cart will pretty much stop, and it's going beep, beep, beep. And they just, they're so wrapped up in whatever it is they're talking about or looking at, or whatever, they don't even notice it. But the volume of that thing is about 1/8 of the volume of these machines in a warehouse store that's riding around up and down the aisles. It's not like you're in a warehouse where it's just there aren't customers back there and stuff. These are in the aisles of where people are shopping.
That's obnoxious.
So we got that we have to deal with too, along with all of this emotional manual labor that we deal with during the show, and an air conditioner that's out,
and just the general emotional baggage of life that I carry around on a daily basis is hard to deal with.
Would you look at the time?
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
There is a woman who requires that anyone who wants to go out on a date with her, she requires that they do something pretty out of the ordinary. We'll tell you what it is next.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 Eastern, live on the Ace and TJ app, or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up. On your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer, anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ radio show and podcast.
Yep. But yeah, that is something that you can live by as a motto when you're talking about scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
If they look done in the pan, then they're going to be overcooked on the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't like wet eggs.
Oh, I do.
You gotta leave them a little bit undercooked because they'll cook by the time you serve them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As long as they're dry and fluffy.
And then put the bacon over there so the bacon juices can soak into the eggs. Oof.
Right.
You ever take the bacon?
Bacon
you
juices.
ever make bacon after you make the eggs or whatever? Then afterwards, you just take that bacon grease, just pour it over the egg.
Yes. Or I'll put potatoes in there and cook the potatoes up in that bacon grease.
Yep.
This woman is from England, and she is out in the dating world. And in order for someone to get a date with her, they have to write her a 500-word essay.
What?
Telling her why they would be good for her to go on a date with, because she says she doesn't want to waste her time.
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She's super hot.
No.
Oh.
She's pretty. She's attractive. Well,
is anybody hot enough to do that?
No.
No.
She got butter on her face, Rick. She's a butterface.
Dang.
She's a butterface. So that means that everything looks good but her face. But I really can't tell. I was just kidding. But she's British, so I guess she's good for British. Yeah.
Write me an essay.
But yeah, a 500-word essay. I might even say, okay, well, even if I would be open to doing it, I would forget about it. And, it'd be like a homework assignment. And the day I'm supposed to turn it in, I'd be like, oh man, I forgot to do that. So, and I think that a lot of times people, not just women, but people will make these crazy stipulations that I won't date anybody who does blank, or somebody has to do blank to get me to go out with them, because it softens the blow that people aren't really knocking down their door to go out with them to begin with. You set up a You set up something that you know nobody is going to do, and then you can blame it on that rather than blaming it on the fact that they're just not interested in you from the get-go.
So you can make it sound like you have just, I have these really high standards.
I'm too picky.
I'm not, it's the only thing I'm doing.
I'm so picky. That's the thing. Kind of like when women say that guys are intimidated by them. That's hardly ever true. That a guy would say, yeah, I would really like to go out with her, but I'm intimidated by her. That's hardly ever true. That's a feelings softener from your friends and stuff.
Usually means you're not nice and guys don't like it.
Or, yeah, sometimes, but other times it just means they weren't interested to begin with, and then somebody told you that, or you come up with it in your mind.
To make yourself feel better.
Yeah. And same with guys. I mean, guys telling themselves, you know, she doesn't want to mess up our friendship or whatever, and that just means that he's not good looking enough.
Right. That's true.
Because women will just throw a friendship out the window if they're attracted enough to one of their friends to be with them. Look at Alexis. She was friends with Jay. They were friends, not romantically connected with each other. Then she's like, I don't care if we remain friends. I want you.
Yup.
Jay was like, well, write me a 500-word essay
Yeah,
about
you wish.
what you're going to bring to the food truck business. And then maybe we'll see if you're available or
He's
not.
like, you're gonna have to have a training period on the food truck, and if you seem to be, pulling your weight, as long as your weight stays at a certain level.
Yeah. He got a girlfriend, an employee, and a social media expert, all for nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got a good end of the deal.
He's killing it right now.
And he's making sure that she can pull her weight because her weight stays low.
Oh my God.
That's very true.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's the end of another great week on the Ace and TJ Show, which means we'll do the week in review coming up next.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it as a podcast. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show. More next. New today from the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Make sure you go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace TJ TV. It's dope and it's free. And what's better than that? Dope and free. Yeah. Nothing.
We're doing the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 Eastern live on our YouTube channel. You can check that out today.
Sick.
And if you missed any part of this show, you can watch it on our YouTube channel on Ace TJ TV.
Yep.
Or download the podcast later today. It's a lot of stuff, man.
So much stuff.
A lot of stuff.
So much stuff.
If you want to see the, we did the what do we call it? Live from the living room last night on our Facebook and our show TikTok. Go follow our TikTok.
Yeah.
There's always something new happening over there as well. But we revealed the nursery last night.
Yeah, that nursery is very cute.
Yeah, she did a really good job with that. And we got some cheap labor on that, so it worked out even better.
I didn't even know y'all were into flowers, but
yeah. What is
plants.
the sound I'm hearing? Does anybody know?
yeah,
It's a weed eater.
Weed eater, lawnmower, something, blower.
I know that.
Take your
I
pick.
thought I was hearing something in the room here, like breathing or something. Okay. Sorry. But a lot of stuff happening today with the Ace and TJ Show. Check it out.
Yeah. So rapper Ice-T revealed that he and his wife Coco, who I just love that Coco. He's 64, a lot older than I thought he was. He's 64 years old. But he admitted that they still co-sleep with their daughter Chanel, who's 7 years old. And co-sleeping, I guess, just means parents that sleep with their kids in the same bed. And now we've labeled that co-sleeping, or society has. But to me, that's
Never
just
heard
a
that
kid
before. I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's just sleeping.
Yeah, that's just a kid in your parents' bed. I don't know.
Just sleeping with the kid.
But a lot of people were saying, "Oh no, we did this," and then now child rearing experts have said this can actually create a stronger bond between a parent and a child. As a matter of fact, I co-sleep with my 14-year-old son. This is a woman that said this, and it's created a great bond between the two of them.
No.
Yeah, your 14-year-old
weird.
son should not want to co-sleep with you.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Rob, we may need to close the windows.
Yeah, right. Our air conditioner's out again today. So.
no one's gonna be sleeping through that. But anyway. And a lot of people were supportive of that. They said, I think it's a great idea. It's a new way of parenting. You co-sleep. I'm sorry. I cannot fathom that.
With a
They're idiots.
14-year-old?
They're
Yeah.
idiots.
Idiot, right?
They're idiots, yes.
So that is a label, calling people idiots. But here's the statement. I don't like labeling, but it's weird. I don't like labeling, but this is weird. What is that thing for you? Is it co-sleeping with a 14-year-old?
Yes.
That's weird.
That is weird.
To me, it is.
There's an issue there, and you are the issue.
It's kind of odd, right?
You've got a problem. I got
Yeah.
lots of problems in my life. I got a lot of messed up things, but that's really messed up.
And that's not one of them.
That's not one of them.
Co-sleeping. Check that off. So finish the sentence. I hate labeling, but blank is weird. Maybe it's those little Harry Potter glasses on guys now that seem to be a thing. Like,
The
what
little
is
circles.
that? Yeah, those little circles. Beachy waves, maybe. Maybe you hate beachy waves. It's not the vibe. Stop. If you know, you know. Super long nails. Whatever it is. I hate labeling, but blank is weird. At the Ace TJ Show. We'll get your answers next.
From the Calotrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calotrin at acetj.com/weight loss. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, finish this sentence. Wait a minute. What do I got to do here? What do I got to talk about?
I don't know, but it's getting heated on our Facebook page.
And some of them I disagree with, but
There was one that I saw that I went, oh, that's about to start something on our Facebook page.
hot button. The Ace TJ Baby Registry. Get more information, acetj.com/baby. Contribute to 2 wonderful causes for any amount of money. So if you're feeling generous, or even if you're not, head over to acetj.com/baby. Love that. I hate labeling, but blank is weird. We were talking about co-sleeping a minute ago. Ice-T revealed that he co-sleeps with his 7-year-old daughter, and this is really tearing up TJ. I could tell. He was even talking about it during the commercial. He's like, co-sleeping.
Because there's no need to put a co in front of it. You sleep with them. Why are you saying co-sleeping? Does that you think that makes it sound like it's more of a scientific thing?
Yeah.
It's not co-sleeping. It's just sleeping.
Co-ed.
You don't say you're co-sleeping with your wife. I'm co-sleeping with. I co-slept with my brother the whole first 5 years of my life. People don't say that. It's dumb.
Yeah. So I hate labeling, but blank is weird. What is it? Mary said homeschoolers. It makes me cringe because it's all about control, and the kid's social and academic life suffers. But I think, Mary, you're in the minority now. I think that the tide has turned on homeschooling, and I think a lot of people are recognizing homeschooling could be the way to go for a lot of people.
Yup.
Way better
Yeah.
than what goes on in the government schools.
Yeah.
Well, the first response, that tells me you know absolutely nothing about homeschooling.
Yeah.
I know 3 engineers who are homeschooled and live a full functioning adult life. My kids are homeschooled, and guess what? They have a huge group of friends from both public schools and other homeschooled kids. Guess who isn't controlling my kids' future, though? The government.
The man.
Bow, bow.
Alexis, you were homeschooled, right?
Yes.
Oh,
I was
man.
homeschooled
That's
for a
not
few
good,
years.
That's not a mark in the good
Well,
category.
that's because she was wearing an ankle monitor.
Shut up. And you two shut up, Rob.
Rob said that's not a good sign of homeschooling if Alexis did it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but Alexis
But-
was homeschooled out of force. Like, they weren't allowing her back into the schools, right?
That's not true.
Something like that, wasn't it?
That was by choice. I
was
wanted
it?
to.
Oh, okay.
Because you were afraid to go back to school because they were about to kick you out. If you get in trouble one more time, you're
You know
gone.
what? I'm just going to get home.
She's like, you know what? I can't control
You're not
myself.
gonna kick me out. I'm gonna kick myself out.
That's right. I'll show you.
I'll go to school at home.
Some of these are really good, though. Like one lady said, taking and posting pictures of your kids every time they get sick.
Is that a thing?
Is that just weird?
That is weird.
I would think it's weird, too.
I like Tammy said when people put filters on their babies' pictures when they post them. I mean, why would you do that?
Again, I agree. That's weird. If you do that, you're weird.
But maybe you got an ugly kid. I'll filter the hell out of my kid if it's ugly. I'll put that glow on them, fake, make them look good. No, you don't have to have an ugly baby. Those big fluffy eyelashes, they look like spiders.
Yeah, there's several of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the hate is about eyelashes. Like, I don't even notice when people have fake eyelashes. Are you wearing them right now?
Yeah, I just got him done yesterday.
So you don't even notice.
And I got a compliment yesterday. This guy was like, "Ooh, nice eyelashes." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
One of my favorite memes, though, it says, no guy has ever decided not to go out with a girl because her eyelashes weren't long enough.
That's the last thing I would notice is eyelashes.
Yeah.
Because you've never seen a woman that doesn't have any.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. You just get programmed into thinking it's like.
Well, yeah, and they all wear mascara and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Although,
Because they look completely different.
although
I'm kidding.
It's so annoying.
Totally.
I think my favorite answer comes from a 9-year-old. The question was, I hate labeling, but blank is weird. And Samantha said, my 9-year-old told me to type spaghetti noodles without butter.
Is that many A's? Spaghetti noodles
Spaghetti
without
noodles.
butter.
I don't want to label it, but just heard Samantha's 9-year-old's like, Mom, tell him spaghetti noodles without butter is weird. Who does that?
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Talk about homeschooling now, but next we're going to talk about college. Is it dying? Maybe, possibly. We'll get to it coming up next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. Share Funny is now a little bit extra. Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast live every weekday on the Ace and TJ app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Special weekend around the corner. Ace TJ Prime is free. It's the only way to get invited to our upcoming live events and be part of Ace TJ Rewards. So go sign up acetj.com/prime. We also have Ace and TJ Prime Plus, which is a paid tier subscription service where you get exclusive commercial-free audio and video of the Ace and TJ Show, plus TJ's new political podcast that is back and apparently on fire. In Fuego.
Fuego.
For the Spanish speakers. In Fuego. So acetj.com/prime. Get signed up for free or Prime Plus. It's very easy. Crazy Mother's Day weekend for one mom in Mississippi. She just had quintuplets for the first time. 26 years old. Quintuplets.
At 5?
Yes, it is 5.
Yeah.
26 years old. Thought she was going to have to spend Mother's Day in the hospital, but she got home a couple days before. So she's got 5 kids.
5. All
At once.
newborns.
So she's excited
I
about
cannot
it.
even imagine that.
Yeah, I admire her kind of positive outlook. She goes, I thought I was going to be in the hospital, but I get to spend it at home now. And they sent the kids home kind of individually because, they were super small and they needed to be watched. So, but now they're all back home. And she thought she was going to have to be at the hospital with one last kid, but they are all home now. And she is married, I believe. So thank God she's got somebody to help her. But I just can't, at 26 years old, which I know at one time that was the norm to have kids, but that seems like a baby having 5 babies at once. It's impressive.
Yeah, but probably on the upside, done.
Yeah, to me, hopefully, like you can't possibly want to have any more. But there's people that have done it.
So they were doing fertility treatments and that sort of stuff.
I didn't read that. Very possibly, though.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't see that.
chances are, yeah, they were doing that. So they were ready to have babies.
I didn't know that.
At 26.
Most times when there's multiples like that, it comes from fertility treatment.
That many of them, yeah.
I didn't know that.
They might have been ready to have a baby, or they're ready to have 5 babies.
Well, but I mean, going into those types of things,
It's a risk. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a possibility.
Oh, but she looks so happy. I just can't imagine.
I would have to see a picture of her and her husband before I would think, because I'm all about young people having kids and replenishing the citizenry and all as we go along, the birth rate.
They got married in 2019 and did have some. They had 2 miscarriages and then they did the treatments.
Yeah.
So you're
So
right.
that's why, yeah.
But gosh, I just can't
Good for
even
them.
wrap my head
I
around it.
always feel really happy for people in that situation, though, because that's a tough position to be in. And having had 2 miscarriages, that's really hard for a couple, and especially for the female. So good for them that I know they're having 5, and that's overwhelming, but you feel happy for her and for them that they're able to make that happen. That's
Right.
great.
Yeah. And again, though, I don't know how happy I would be for them, depending on what they look like. Because if they're not gonna raise them right, then that's just 5 votes that are going to go against me later.
Fair enough.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 Eastern, live on the Ace and TJ app, or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.